To graph a polynomial, we're going to follow these three easy steps. First step is I want to determine the end behavior of the polynomial. So as we discussed in a previous video, to do that, I'm going to look at the degree of the polynomial, the highest exponent, as well as the leading coefficient. I'm noticing that my degree is odd, telling me the ends of my graph are going to point in opposite directions. I'm also noticing my leading coefficient is negative, a -1, which tells me my graph is going to start high and it's going to end low. Now there may be a whole bunch of dips and dives going on in the center, and we can kind of see it because I have the finished product over here, but I know my ends are at least going to be pointing in opposite directions, going from high to low. Next up, I'm going to use the table on my calculator to find a bunch of points to graph. So on our graphing calculators, I've already gone ahead and typed my equation in there. If you need to, go ahead and pause the video so you can get yours typed in. Some people have asked me, well, how do I get the exponents up there? Your caret symbol right above the division key is how you're going to get exponents. So get that typed in. Rather than hitting graph though, I'm actually going to take a look at my table. So hit second graph and I get all these points. Now what I'm going to look for is I've suggested 5 to 7. Now that's just a rule of thumb. You may not get 5 to 7 and that's okay. What I suggest you look for are all the single digits though. So like for example, graphing -3, graphing -3, 24 is going to be way off the graph unless you change your scale. So just find the points that have single digits in them. So these 5 right here are the 5 points that I'm going to graph, and I've kind of written them down for myself. You may want to jot them down in your notes as well. Once I've plotted those 5 points though, there's no guarantee that I'm going to know what the graph looks like. So at this point, I will take a look at the graph so I can get the overall shape of what this looks like. We knew it was going to start high and end low. We predicted that by its end behavior, and our points helped us get a better idea of what that shape's going to be. So step 3, use a smooth curve. You don't want to have sharp points in these polynomials. They should be smooth curves. Connecting those points as best you can. Add arrows to the top and bottom because those graphs do go on forever. And there's going to be a lovely sketch of a polynomial graph.